Today, we're taking a look at the 6th Sense Halloween bundle. Let's go ahead and dive in. Start off here. We have a pack of the Juggle minnow. They're in pumpkin seed sunfish. And these, I think, are a relatively new lure. I think came out about a year ago or so. But they're little soft plastic jerk baits. I've gotten a few of these over months of getting the 6-sack, but I don't think I've ever gotten this color before, but I do like it. It's real similar to a lot of like sunfish brim that are around here. So I think that could work really well. Again, that's the Juggle minnow and pumpkin seed sunfish. Yeah, I think these will work great here. Not really huge on soft plastic jerk baits, but I think this will be a really good color, so I might have to actually give this one a try. Next thing we have here, we have a pack of Bambusa 5.3 ribbed stickworms and Merthiolate. These are definitely just a stickworm that has a ribbed texture to it. Are they great wacky rig worms? Not that I don't really fish that way, but I think they would probably be great for that purpose. It's an interesting color, which I know is a kind of popular color, but I feel like it's more of a, I don't know, maybe springtime fishing color. Probably good to throw these like on a bed in the spring and basically aggravate the mess out of a bass until they come take it off their bed. But they seem pretty nice. Again, that's the Bambusa 5.3 ribbed stickworm and Merthiolate. Yeah, I mean, I could see these working pretty well, especially in the spring. Alright, so the next thing we have here, we have a pack of Krube 3.0 and Baitfish Glow. And these are pretty similar color to that last lure, but they look like they have a little bit of a, I don't know, like a pink pearlescence to them. And I've gotten this particular lure before. I think one of the last 6-sacks that I got had this lure. And it's actually a crawfish imitation, but it's also a tube bait, which is interesting. But again, like the Bambusa, this color I think will work great in the spring. But I get this is a Halloween themed bundle, so colors are kind of more Halloween, kind of spooky colors, so it makes sense for this being there. But again, that's the Krube 3.0 and Baitfish Glow. Yeah, I think this and the Bambusas, I'm gonna have to hold on to these until spring and give them a try. I think they'll work really well in the spring. Holiday season's coming up. If you want to get your loved ones and friends some great apparel, check out my link down in the description and go check out what Free Fly has to offer. Gridback Fleece Anoric Hoodie. This is a brand new item. If you use my link and use code Jarrett15, you'll get 15% off your total order. And anything you buy through my link also helps support the channel. Alright, so the next thing we have in here, we have a pack of the Flush 5.2 soft jerk baits, and these are in chartreuse glow. I can't say I've ever seen this color before, but I do know they've started making some like panfish and crappie lures, so it makes sense that they've got this color available now. Yeah, I mean, these are nice. Again, it's a soft jerk bait. I'm just not really huge on jerk baits, but I could actually see this working in salt water. Usually my go-to lure for salt water is the Salt Strong Slim Shady, and that's like a white base plastic with silver and gold flakes in it. And a lot of times if that one's not working, my next go-to is a chartreuse base color. So I think this would work great in salt water. Again, that's the Flush 5.2 soft jerk bait in chartreuse glow. Yeah, this will definitely have to go with me next time I go saltwater fishing. I think these would work great in the saltwater. And I know soft plastic jerk baits are something great for saltwater fishing. I think this will do it. So I'll definitely have to give this one a try too. All right, so next thing we have here, we have a Vega frog and black magic. I'm not a huge frog fisher. I've tried them, just haven't really had any luck with them. I love a topwater bite, but about the only things I've ever had luck on are poppers, which this one is actually a popping frog, it looks like. But just haven't ever had luck with frogs. But nice soft body, nice sharp hooks, and the body gets out of the way pretty easily. I like that they've got the leg streamers long so that if you want to trim them, make them a little bit shorter, you can. And I mean, color wise, I like it. I mean, the fish is only going to really see what's on the bottom, so that's really all that matters. But I guess you'll see black and blue from the bottom. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty nice. I definitely need to get into frog fishing a little bit more. Again, that's the Vega frog and black magic. Yeah, this I really need to do some more frog fishing, especially like when it really starts to heat up with frogs in topwater. All right, next thing we have here, we have a pack of clobber minnows, and these are in algae glow. I've actually never seen these lures. These definitely are some of their new bluegill or panfish and crappie lures. Yeah, these are interesting. They've got a real thin, almost like fin on the bottom of them. I don't know how well that really shows up, but it's interesting. But they're almost like little jerk baits with a real deep bottom fin. I like them though. I could see these working. And matter of fact, I've got a camping and fishing trip coming up real soon that these might work great. We'll be in the mountains, so trout, panfish, and I guess there could be some bass in the area, but I think these would probably work great for trout too. But again, that's the clobber minnow and algae glow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take these with me on that trip because I think these would work. All right, so the next thing here, we have a pack of microfiction, and these are in black neon. And these are actually perfect for crappie and panfish, according to the packaging. These I could definitely see working great. Yeah, I think this color combination, I don't know, I almost feel like you can't beat that for a panfish lure. And I think these will work even better in the mountains on that camping trip. Yeah, those will definitely go in my tackle box too. Again, that's the microfiction in black neon. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to take these with me to the mountains. And speaking of that, if you're interested in seeing any camping content, let me know in the comments. I've been doing it occasionally with some of my fishing videos, but usually I don't put any footage from the camp trip necessarily that much in the videos. Just usually stick with the fishing. But if you want to see some stuff like that, let me know in the comments, and maybe we can start doing a little bit of that on the channel at some point. All right, so the last thing we have in this sack, we have a Thud 70, and this is a ½ ounce weight in pumpkin seed sunfish. These are pretty classic lures. This is usually the kind of lure that I go to when I'm using a hard bait. Of course, a lipless crankbait. But yeah, this I really like the color. Again, like some of the soft plastics we opened at the beginning, I think this color would work the best probably in spring. But I still could see it working now too. It's I don't know, it's I guess close enough to some of the panfish that are around here that it wouldn't be that out of place right now, but I think it would probably really excel in the spring. But yeah, it's got, seems like it has one nice size knocker in it. Let's see. Yep, definitely one knocker, which is where the thud, I'm sure that name comes from. But yeah, this is really nice. So this will definitely have to go in my tackle box. Again, that's the Thud 70 and Pumpkin Seed Sunfish. Yeah, this will have to go in my tackle box. I haven't really used many of the 6th Sense crankbaits or lipless crankbaits, but they are nice. I need to start using those instead of just sticking with like the, I've always used the Bill Lewis lipless crankbaits. No reason except that that's just what I was used to. But I'll have to give this a try too. I almost forgot. You also get this sack, their gusseted bag with the bundle. I really like these. This is usually what I use for most of my soft plastics when I go on a fishing trip. I'd much rather see these than their like velvet sacks. I mean, I use the velvet sacks for things sometimes, but this gets a lot more use. But anyway, what'd you think about the Halloween bundle? Overall, I thought it was pretty good. I think they have it retailing for about $60, which I think's a little bit high for what you get here. As of filming this, it was on sale for just under $50, I believe. I think that's a little more reasonable, but maybe just a little bit more than I would like for something like this to see it being a bundle. But anyway, let us know down in the comments what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like. If you want to see more content like this in the future, make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.